First of all, I would like to extend warm greetings from our Prime Minister, His Excellency Haile Mariam Desalegn. He is very, very supportive of, taking our partnership to a higher level, and he really values Ghana-Ethiopia relationship. It shows the commitment from your side also to build or strengthen this historic relationship that we have. We signed our general cooperation agreement that covers political, economic, and social aspects. And I was very glad to see that my sister Hannah actually moved forward and even appointed some of her colleagues based on our agreement to install a follow-up mechanism. Two areas we identified before was traditional medicine, that Ghana had really advanced a lot, and also social health insurance. I'm actually a living witness. We learned from Ghana, and we can continue in that direction. And on behalf of IGAD and my boss, the Prime Minister, I would like to thank you for your decision to send your battalion to South Sudan. So we hope, we expect they will cooperate. This is your culture, your tradition, peacekeeping, and I'm very glad. Thank you. Meda wasi.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Tedros. Let me thank you for coming, pay this bilateral visit. It shows, the level of relations between Ghana and Ethiopia. And so we hope that, you've enjoyed being at home, because I think that both Ghana and Ethiopia are home to all of us. I feel at home when I come to Addis anytime, for the AU meetings, and I'm sure that you feel the same here. We also just recently finished a meeting with the Japanese Prime Minister as a follow-up on TICAD, and he's visiting all the sub-regions, and so I'm sure that your discussions with him would also follow the same trend as we had with him. It had to do with looking at integration projects that will move our integration program forward in the ECOWAS sub-region. And so I'm sure that if we push infrastructural projects that bring our countries together, it will take us one step towards continental integration. But talking about South Sudan, let me express all our appreciation to Prime Minister Desalegn and the Ethiopian people generally, and EGAD for the very good work you're doing to try and restore peace and stability in that country. All of us feel a certain affinity with South Sudan. Is our youngest country, so we all look at it as a little baby brother whom we're all trying to nurture to grow. And having just emerged as an independent country, they have a lot of challenges. And so conflict is not the thing they need at this time. They need stability to be able to develop that country. And so when I received the request 2 weeks ago from the Secretary General of the United Nations to send Ghanaian troops to South Sudan, I did not hesitate. I gave provisional approval, and yesterday our National Security Council met and ratified that decision. And so we've commenced the mobilization. We're moving our troops in Côte d'Ivoire. We have a battalion in Côte d'Ivoire that we're moving to South Sudan. The mobilization has started, and the UN has asked us to beef up that number to a full battalion size of 850. And so we're going to mobilize an extra 520 new troops, fresh troops with equipment, to beef up the size of the Côte d'Ivoire battalion to 850 men. And we hope that our troops there can contribute, especially to the humanitarian dimension of things. We see on TV every day the displaced persons and the human suffering that is taking place, and that's why Ghana is anxious to get our troops on the ground as quickly as possible and secure the lines for humanitarian assistance to come through and to be able to alleviate the suffering that we are seeing on the ground in southern Sudan. And as Ethiopia continues to teleguide the peace process. We hope that the two can run in tandem so that we can see normalcy return to South Sudan as early as possible. As you yourself said, the relations between our two countries are historic, and we're proud of that history. We remember the relationship between Emperor Haile Selassie and our own first president, President Kwame Nkrumah, and the vision that they had. It behoves on us as their successors, maybe a generation later, to look at that vision and see how we can move it a step forward. And that's why I think that the integration project is something that we need to take seriously. And I know that the AU prioritizes the issue of regional integration because as individual countries, we can only do so much. We can do more if we integrate our economies and create free trade areas so that our people and goods and services can move freely across the continent. Trade amongst ourselves as African countries is the lowest, below 11%, and yet trade with our colonial masters and our traditional, partners, amounts for the bulk of trade. You can move things easily between Europe and Ghana than you can move things between Ghana and Nigeria, and that is unacceptable. And so we are continuing to work within our sub-region, and I know that you're also working within IGAD and SADC, and all of them are working, to be able to harmonize our trade and make it easy for our people to move goods and services amongst ourselves. And if we're able to do that amongst the various economic sub-regions, we must also open up trade so that goods can move across the continent, more easily than they have done in the past. I'm happy about the bilateral discussions you've had. We have a lot of expertise in hydropower management because of the Akosombo Dam. We've trained so many people. We even have retired engineers who are experts in hydropower management, and we're very happy to exchange any expertise that you might require in this project that you are contemplating. We have many engineers who are experts in managing hydro dams, and we are willing to refer them to assist in any way they can if you need their services. And as Hannah said, we also have been studying your commodity exchange, and it's something that we've started to work on. We're speaking with the donor partners, and we're looking to do a Ghana commodity exchange, both to improve efficiency in terms of handling and preserving our food stocks, but also to create reliable markets, for our farmers to be able to boost their production. And so we'll continue to count on you to assist us in any way that is possible in terms of the expertise and advice in how you manage your exchange. I'm happy to receive the report on the bilateral discussions, and as I've always advised, we should prioritize a few low-hanging fruits that we can always achieve quickly rather than try to chew a whole gamut of things and then it chokes us. And so I always say in these bilateral discussions, let's identify 2-3 things that we can work on quickly and achieve, and we can look at another set of issues rather than opening ourselves to everything from space cooperation to, study of insects, So I hope that you are guided by that. Let's choose 2-3 things that we can achieve quickly, and then we can keep renewing the agenda and then moving the relationship forward. We look forward to being with you at the end of the month, as we traditionally do. We all come to Addis, which we virtually consider the capital of Africa, and it's always refreshing to come back and meet our colleagues from all over the continent and discuss issues pertaining to Africa. And so I hope you enjoyed your trip, and you're always welcome to come. This is like your home, and I'm happy of the relation you have with our foreign minister, and I believe that it creates the opportunity for us to draw our two countries even closer together. So thank you very much. Batam Amasagnalo. Thank you. Honestly, that's right. Here's a copy of my book. Thank you very much.